So for part 2, I said we would talk about the phases of the turn. We know kind of what we're looking for as far as the cards and the major card types and what each card does, a little bit at any rate. So for this one, we're going to look at the phases of the turn. First thing we do is begin with an untap phase, an upkeep phase, a draw phase, and then we start our turn proper, in which we can play land, cast any spell or sorcery, activate abilities of planeswalkers, enter the combat phase, which then is broken down into more phases, entering the combat phase, declaring attackers, declaring blockers, assigning damage, regular combat damage, and then end of combat. Then we enter our main phase, which is just like the first phase, but at this point you may play a land, cast a spell or a sorcery, activate abilities of planeswalkers. The same thing you could do before, just after the dust is settled. You then end your turn and then clean up, which means you discard down to a hand size of 7, unless you have a card that breaks that rule. You remove any damage from permanents, so anything that wasn't immediately killed is healed up and ready to go on to the next one. And then you finish off with any of your end of turn effects. So that's a quick guide to what's going to happen. I'll try to include this image elsewhere and maybe even set it up as a download somewhere. We'll see. We'll figure out what we can. In the meantime, let's just get right into another game and see how those things break down. Let's stick with the deck that we have already played before. And one of the advice that I'm going to give you is to always wait until the last possible minute to react. Once we get into the phases, that'll make a little bit more sense. But everything that's done, as far as instants go, and effects and so on for that matter, are last in, first out. I'm going to keep this because, again, sticking with our rule, I've got plays for at least the first 3 turns. I can play a land and an artifact. Next turn, I can play a land and a creature. And the turn after that, I'm sure there'll be something else to do. So I'm keeping those 7 cards, and we're ready to enter the game proper. I go first, so I drop a land. I'm not worried about life gain so much as being able to attack. So I put out a creature that I'm going to be attacking him with. Next turn, we'll probably put down another creature to attack with. Oh, I don't know. Man, I think I'm going to draw out any lightning bolts or any way he might have to damage or destroy my creature by playing another creature. And I want to save these guys for later, so I'm going to attack. It'll become important, and perhaps in our next video we'll talk about keywords. Some of the keywords on the cards are like First Strike, Mentor, and hey, there's that lightning bolt that I suspected was going to come my way. I knew I had something to play if I didn't pull another land, but luckily I pulled another land. You may have noticed by now that you can only play 1 land per turn unless you have something else that will, give you the ability to do that. To play an extra land, that is. At this point, probably another lightning bolt or a lightning strike, maybe something that does 3 damage. Oh, he's going to build up lots of mana with those. I, of course, recognize what these cards are. I should probably mouse over them, so if you want to stop at any point, you can do that and read what they are. If I can just gain 5 life in a turn, I'll start putting up some angels. I will have gained 2 life this turn. Oh wait, did I just drop that? I'm confused. That's the problem with playing this. If I was with you, we would go at this a very different way. I would be able to explain each card as you played it. But since I'm moving at a rather quick pace, this is more just to give you something to watch and learn by observing. Now, I'm tempted to get rid of one of those because those are going to be a nuisance after a while. As a matter of fact, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. It's an instant, yes. So now, I declare my blocker. And now, I'm going to pump this up. Giving it 2, gaining 2 life. If I was a more patient person, I would have played that a little slower, but I tend to be extremely aggressive. To my downfall, most often. Yep, there we go. Yeah, any day now. He can pull 3 mana off of this and cast something else. So he might be thinking about destroying my angel or something like that. Oh, look at that. I gained a bunch of life that turn. So, yay me. Let's do this. And this. And this. And the reason those are still lit up, it's letting me know that I could spend 3 mana, 3 colorless mana, sacrifice that, and draw an extra card. I don't need to do that just yet. Now I can easily take some damage off of this, which is what he's going to make me do. I will resolve this by taking 1 point of damage. Oh, and then he gave up again. As they fall before me. Well, I'm not sure how informative this was, but maybe we should go to a deck that has more to choose from as far as the turns go. That went so quick, I am tempted to do that. Let's go with I Hate to Win, because it has other instants and sorceries in it. Couple of lands to play the first turn, destroy something of his, get some cards back. Yeah, this is a good one. First thing I'm going to do is put out a land that's going to come into play tapped. Tapped meaning it can't be used, just like he did there. Yeah, there you go. I don't have anything to cast on the first turn, so that's okay. Now, how much of a nuisance is that going to be? I don't know, but I do like the idea of destroying this right away, throwing that card into my graveyard where it's going to be not used for the rest of the game, except I have Gaia's Blessing, which lets me take up to 3 cards and put them back in there. So let's drop another land and get that card that I just played back. 1 card, spend a green, colorless, so I can spend any color to fill in that gray circle, and I'll get to draw another card. Now I'm starting to decide how far I want to push this. I can get kind of low on life. I have big creatures, or big spells rather, that will destroy everything on the board. But here's my combo. I put out this artifact, which will make my spells cheaper. And then once I've got counters on here enough, 4 counters in fact, it will flip over and become something else. It will double my spells. Got to get that 4. He did no damage on that one, so... Ley line of combustion. If it's on the battlefield and somebody targets me, they'll take 2 damage. It's too early to worry about that. Let me press my advantage of him not doing anything just yet by doing this and seeing if he counters it. I'd rather he waste his counter spells on something like this than the other bigger stuff which is coming down the pipe afterwards. Having this on the board makes my other spells cheaper. Oh look, he bounced that so he could get an extra card. See what's going to happen here. He can get more mana to cast instants and sorceries. We'll try it again just to draw out any other bounce spells that he might have. Drake. Decisions. Well, let's do this. And I want to make sure that I have a black mana free, so I'm not going to leave it up to the machine to choose what gets spent. I'm going to spend it. Oh yes, I think I want that to come up soon. Being able to search for a card that I want, that's always a good thing. And let's do this. Let's look at his hand and get rid of any other nasty creatures he might have coming my way. Oh, he doesn't have any creatures coming my way. They're just sorceries and instants, but more importantly, I know that he doesn't have any more counter spells. This is when the game gets incredibly complicated. That's why I was sticking with the white deck to show you the phases of the turn. So I know he doesn't have any counter spells. So, let's see what we have here. Well, I like the idea of knowing what's coming up. So he has red spells in his hand. Let's alleviate the red mana. I'm gonna save this stuff for later. To help keep track of where we are in the phases, we can see down here where, now it jumps through the phases pretty quick, but we can always go back and refer to those. Let's see, I do have a mountain on the board, so I will get that mana. Let's spend 3 and look in our sideboard to see what else might be good. Yeah, I think I like the idea of getting rid of all of his creatures. So I'm going to tap this and this for another black. And because that artifact flipped over, I now double my spell. So this spell will go off a second time, though you may not see it because there's no creatures to get rid of. Decisions. Oh, well, it's kind of simple, I guess. I'm going to destroy 2 lands for the price of 1. Yeah, this deck is kind of nasty if I've given the chance to run away with it. I can make him start throwing away cards, or do I? So tempting. I think I like this, though. Since I knew he could only put down a cheap creature, I was pretty confident that I could take it. But let's do this now. Some more defenses in the place. And, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to sweep after the next time I destroy 2 more lands. Suddenly, life totals don't matter too much. Yeah, he's not going to like this. Whether you win with 1 life or 20, you win if you get the other guy to 0. Yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead and take away that mountain. And we'll take away an island too. He doesn't seem to have any creatures, so I don't care about that. I just like the idea of land destruction, so I'm throwing all those things to the bottom. Because I get to scry. Hello, don't try to rush me, dude. You're just gonna lose. And you're gonna lose faster if I go faster. Oh, it's my go. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I didn't know. Yeah, good game, buddy. Oh no, he has a creature. What will I do? How about I play this? And I take your creature. Yes, that's right. I'm going to take your creature.
Here be monsters.
I'm going to then smack you in the face with it. Yeah. Take 2 from your own creature. The only damage you got, and it was your own creature that did it to you. Oh. I'll keep that because I like it. Oh, look, and your creature dies and goes away. That's kind of sad. Yeah, you can concede now if you want. Oh no, he killed him. Oh my. What can I do? Oh wait, how about I take more of your land? Oh, it's my go. Yes, thank you, sir. I didn't realize. Hello. Yes, I'll pay 3 more and destroy this. Now, if I was not being douchey like I am now, the proper play there was to actually put down my primal amulet first and then gain an extra counter on it. Yeah, Good game. Oh, look. I'll do this now. Yeah. This game brings out the worst in me. Oh, hello. You wanted land. You, sir, get no land. Yes, it's my go. It's still my go. How about that? How about I do this one, and this one, and this one. We'll do 2 more. How about this one, and this one. Hello. It's my go. How about that? Whoops, I forgot what I targeted with the other one. Oh, okay, yeah. That's what I thought. So, goodbye. Yes, good game. Oh my go. Yes, thank you. Whoops. Yes. I will, get back the card that lets me get more cards back. And I'll get a land destruction and a land destruction. And, I'll pay 1 green. Getting another counter on here. And, yes, it's my go. Ah, guess what? It's your go. Your go? No, it's your go, buddy. You get to go home and cry. Oops. Yeah, kind of sad. I have nothing to do because you have nothing. Really think you're going to keep that land? Because I don't think so. Actually, I might let you keep it for a turn just so I can get another one. But, oh, what can I do with this? I have 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll pay 7 for that. We'll aim it at your face. We'll spend 1 red here, which will double the spell. Oh, but let's go 8. Because I think I forgot that I get a free mana off that primal amulet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, that's too many. Let's go back down here. Got excited there. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and here's your face. And here's this. And this. Red. Yeah. And 6 more. Can I do that? Yeah, I can do that. And, oh yeah, there's your face again. Yes, goodbye, sir. And good game. Yeah, this is terrible advice on how to play Magic. This is how you lose friends and make enemies. Yeah, that's what I'm all about. Thank you. Claim prize.